Iraq's Prime Minister says the latest WikiLeaks revelations are a move to derail his chances of forming a government by linking him to death squads. The latest WikiLeaks files allege abuse by Iraqi security forces, some of which happened after Nouri al-Maliki became Prime Minister in 2006. The Premier's office denies he had death squads under his command and suspect the timing of the military leak is designed to weaken his fragile control. He's yet to form a cabinet, even though it's now 7 months since the election. Well, Middle East expert James Denselow from King's College in London says the Iraqi Premier's claims are groundless.
I think that it'd be very doubtful to imagine that the WikiLeaks and the soldiers responsible for giving these documents to them had the undermining of the Iraqi government in mind when they chose this date. And let's bear in mind that there hasn't been an Iraqi government for 7 months, so it's not exactly as if there's many dates to choose from when it comes to releasing this in this sense. But I think that the documents certainly do point to a particular problem with the Prime Ministerial office in Iraq. It's an office that's been significantly empowered as part of the US exit strategy, with its individual sort of special forces units that have supposedly run internal prisons that these documents have now shown. So Maliki, who is almost that close to the finishing line, it seemed at the moment, with the relations with Iran and Syria sort of confirming his role as the next Prime Minister, now seems that he has another hurdle to jump across. This is US military documents, so ultimately, unlike any previous media story or anecdotal report from Iraq, this is words from their own mouth, which makes it very difficult for them to deny it, and they're not really doing that if you actually listen to what the Pentagon and State Department spokesmen are saying. What they talk about is the critical nature of the leaks and whether US soldiers or informers or people working with the US will be put in danger by them. They're talking about the method of the message rather than the message itself. Now, the message itself paints a very different picture of the Iraq the Americans have been telling us about for the last 7 years, and nowhere is that more true than the issue of body counts. General Tommy Franks, who led the invasion in 2003, said quite matter-of-factly, we don't do body counts, but the Americans have been doing body counts, and those body counts now, combined with the Iraqi body count of NGOs and sort of aid agencies, show that some 15,000 Iraqi deaths have not been accounted for. So the history of Iraq is being written by these documents, which are, as I say, from the Americans' mouths themselves.